May we humbly bow down to all graces of all Buddhas from the first great Buddha and all the Buddhas from every Buddha era, the Maha Buddhas from every Buddha land, Pratyeka Buddhas, Maha Pratyeka Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Maha Bodhisattvas, all the fully enlightened ones, the Arahants, the Maha Arahants, the grace of Luang Por Posi Surya Khemarato, all the Buddha seeds, all the embodiments of the Maha Buddhas and the Maha Bodhisattvas, the grace of fathers and mothers of all lifetimes. Please hold the space for all of us. May we humbly declare removal and cancellation of all deluded desires and expectations within the body and the mind, sounds, smells, tastes, touches, and shapes, eyes, ears, nose, tongue. May we humbly declare removal and cancellation of all deluded desires and expectations within mental elements, sensual pleasures, enjoyments, happiness, lifestyles, the way of living, all ideas, attitudes, beliefs, disbeliefs, belief values, traditions, customs, all ideas, dogmas, doctrines about religions. May we humbly declare removal and cancellation of all deluded desires and expectations overlaying in seeing, knowing, looking, tasting, touching, hearing, listening, smelling. May we humbly declare removal and cancellation of all deluded desires and expectations within all practices, all spiritual practices, all worldly practices, mindfulness, concentrations, contemplations, meditative absorptions, meditative powers, authoritative powers, special insights, supernatural powers, authoritative powers, all types of powers, black magic, curses, vengeance, revenges, all the harmful thoughts to get back to someone. May we humbly declare removal and cancellations of all deluded desires and expectations within all types of relationships, small and large, in the families, in societies, in the nations, in the countries and homelands, in global relationships, which is not in the way of emptiness to emptiness, not in the way of cutting deluded knowing to cutting deluded knowing, enlightenment to enlightenment. May we humbly ask for forgiveness for all cases of karma of chasing anyone away from their homeland, facing difficulties. May we humbly ask for forgiveness for all the rejections we have made towards all the graces of Buddhas, their words. May we humbly ask for forgiveness for the karma of ignoring the words of the graces of the Buddhas, of the Arahants, turning away from their way of blessing, helping all beings to end instantaneously from all delusions, delusive attachments, and desires, and all cravings. May we humbly ask for forgiveness for all cases of karma, of killing, hurting and harming using all types of behaviors, whether it's appropriate or inappropriate, towards anyone and towards all graces. Blocking anyone from being near the great perfections, the Mahaparami. Objecting the way of the blessing of the great perfections. May all cases of karma be released and liberated from now on and forever. Ahosi, Ahosi, Ahosi. Let's widen out limitlessly. Use the reminders. Everything is from not attached to the non-attachment itself. Everything is from know that is not know itself. Therefore, it has nothing to do with yes or no. This is it or this isn't it. Everything is from not relating to the non-relation itself. Everything is from not involving to the non-involvement itself, not grasping for the non-grasping itself. Scatter this infinite force in all directions without focusing to anything particularly. As giving, as giving, as giving. Giving the great compassion of the Mahametta. The metta that is beyond metta. The metta of nothingness. Which has nothing to do with loving kindness or not. Spread it out in all directions, limitlessly. And incorporate this giving channel with whatever you do. If you work, then incorporate the blessing, helping unwinding, instantaneous ending, scattering this infinite force while working, while doing anything. Think of what you do, that you do as giving. Do it in the way of giving, whatever you do. If you work for a company, for the government, for the families, for societies, you do it for the whole, as giving. So your mind will not be trapped within just about work to survive, working just to get money, working in order to be able to pay for the living. Shift and transcend the thought about what you do. Do it as a whole for the whole. Do it as giving with the infinite force. This will dissolve the idea about for me, for my family, for my society, for my fellows. It's very narrow and it's a trap. It's so limited. Let's live beyond life, beyond debts of karma or debts of gratitude. Working and incorporating, helping through unwinding, through the infinite force, as giving. And it will transcend the way you work as well. Working for the whole. That includes everyone and beyond. Because the great compassion of the infinite force will give you the power of the infinite to dissolve all ideas about yourself, your life, your fellows, your country, and so on. This is a limitation. The infinite force will cleanse all types of limitations of the mind. Therefore, diligently open up beyond opening, helping unwind from all limitations of the mind in the surroundings and beyond. A little shift towards the whole will change your life to go beyond life, beyond living for the living, beyond all purposes of life. This is giving from the great compassion of emptiness, which is infinite, is boundless. Therefore, it can only penetrate through all and everything gross or subtle, to be unwound from its limitations, and is affecting in such a way naturally through this infinite force of the great compassion of emptiness. Use the reminders every once in a while. Everything is from that which is not about attachment or non-attachment, not about grasping or non-grasping, not grasping for the non-grasping itself. Scatter this through essence in all directions. opening beyond opening, awakening beyond awakening, brightening beyond the brightness. Form it up. This is the forming up of the great compassion of emptiness. Emptiness that is not emptiness, therefore is limitless. Keep going, keep giving, sharing this intangible force of the infinite. It can only purify and give extinction to all and everything simultaneously. This power will return to you to have more power to give, nothing else. More power to open beyond opening, more power to awaken beyond awakening, brightening beyond the brightness, limitless, endless giving.